Good afternoon. So, you guys are having too much fun. So, we were in the back getting the updates, and it sounds like everybody was enjoying their beer and the hospitality here. But welcome to the 2023 Research Triangle Cleantech Cluster Innovation Awards. So, SAS is excited and honored to be able to once again host this event, which was a huge success last year, and I think we're on track to be even better this year. And as I look around the room, with through the light shining in my eyes, I tell you, it's inspiring and even a little bit intimidating to see so many leaders from around the area, from business, academia, municipalities, government, the nonprofits and more, who all value the importance of clean tech in North Carolina. I'm Jerry Williams. I'm Chief Environmental Officer at SAS, which is CEO, not to be confused with Dr. Goodnight, CEO, but it's close. But anyway, my team, in my role, my team is responsible for developing and implementing our sustainability strategies at SAS, and we try to make sure that we incorporate environmental responsibility across our day-to-day operations. So I think essentially we're responsible for the E part of ESG, which is environmental, social, and governance reporting. And for those of you that are not familiar with ESG, you will be, because it's coming at you full force. And so think of it as CSR reporting, but with teeth. So more about regulations in a bit. But my team also gets to work with our facilities and our corporate real estate groups to vet out some clean technologies across our operations. At SAS, we have a long history of operating sustainably and have received a lot of attention for our investments in clean tech. I think while these investments have been exciting and meaningful, one of the things I'm most proud of is that, over the 17 years now that I've been in this role, for every step of the way, we've been able to prove that investments in clean tech just make good business sense. And so I think that's going to be the theme throughout tonight, is that this just makes good business sense. And if you take a deep dive into our investments in solar, EV charging, constructing and maintaining our buildings to lead best practices, deploying AI smart-enabled sensors around campus and streaming data from those. I see my IoT folks over here that show up in all my meetings here. It's like, where can we install next? But if you look at that and then streaming data from that and our building management systems to help us improve our understanding of how things work, how equipment works, and help us improve the efficiency, they all have really three important things in common. And it's like, I hesitate there because there's so many more things that are important, but I'm only given 5 or 6 minutes for the intro, so I can't go into all of them. But number one, the projects that we've implemented, they all have great financial returns on investment. For example, our solar projects, probably on average, have had a 7-year payback on investment. When we changed the point of interconnection for our first solar farm from grid tied to using all the power within the building, that one, maybe a year. When we do LEED certifications and associated retro commissioning associated with those and any kind of upgrades, typically those are maybe 3 years return. And even the building you're in tonight, this is the building C, was the first LEED Platinum certified building in Wake County. And because it was green and high-tech, it was actually featured as Stark headquarters in Iron Man 3. So I don't know how you calculate the return on that, but it was pretty damn cool. So number two, each of these investments are helping us on our net zero journey. So this past year, our emissions were down 42% off of a 2018 base year. We actually had we're over 50%, with the COVID impact, but we backed off that a little bit. But we've been making tremendous progress because this is across all emission scopes, the direct energy we use, electricity, up and down our value chain. So it's something I'm proud of, and it's like thanks to the clean tech environment that we're in, we're tracking pretty good to stay on that path because we have Science-Based Targets Initiative validated net zero and interim targets along the way. So number 3, this one is especially important because I have to tell you that these investments are helping SAS to remain competitive globally to compete for the business analytics software space. And I stress this competitive part because the ESG regulations, remember those ones with teeth? So, as they're being implemented, that our customers are trying to make sure that they're staying ahead of the regulatory curve, and they, most the big companies, they want to make sure that they can say that they're, 2 or 3 years ahead of that. So they're putting pressure on their suppliers, and SAS is typically a tier 1 supplier, and they're telling us, look, if you're not helping us mitigate risk in our supply chain, then we're going to find someone else to do business with. So that's a risk that we're trying to mitigate by going down that path, and the projects that we're doing help us demonstrate real tangible activities that we can point to and take credit for. And I think for perspective, I'd like to point that 100% of our top 50 customers and about 95% of our top 200 customers all have emission reduction targets and environmental commitments on par or better than what SAS has. So it's it's a little bit intimidating, but thankfully we've had a good story to tell, and with the Cleantech progress and availability of clean energy, we're on track to stay on course. And similar to our own investments, investment returns on Cleantech, I think it's important to point out that North Carolina on the whole is demonstrating great leadership with and sustainability by bringing businesses to North Carolina that are creating jobs. You've got the recent announcement about the Toyota battery manufacturing plant, VinFast Automotive, Wolfspeed Semiconductors, and a host of other companies that are in the room tonight that are going to be represented at some point in time tonight, or get more detail on them. But I'd like to say we're also demonstrating leadership at the sub-region, municipality, and regional levels. I'd like to point out that the town of Cary, applaud them for the Count Me In Cary plan, which brought together stakeholders from around the community and got them together in a room in 3 different meetings and heard from them about the challenges and opportunities to make Cary a more sustainable place to live and work. And so I found that really meaningful, and they it also resulted in the Cary's first annual sustainability and climate action strategy. Wake County's One Water plan is also another leadership example that's developing strategies for long-term water securities and sustainability. And another one I'd like to point out is the North Carolina Business Sustainability Roundtable. It's made up of companies from around the area working together with Wake County Economic Development, Raleigh Chamber, and a host of other nonprofits to have a collective voice to talk about why being environmentally responsible is important for economic growth in North Carolina. In closing, I think I'm going to finish on time here. So I thank you for being here, and I thank you for your leadership, your innovations, and your advocacy that's helping Cleantech progress move forward in North Carolina. And speaking of leadership, it is now my great honor to turn things over to Dr. Deb Wojcik, the Executive Director of the Research Triangle Cleantech Cluster.
Thank you so much, Jerry, and thank you, SAS, for having us here today. I am Deb Wojcik, and I have the pleasure and honor of serving as the Executive Director of the Research Triangle Cleantech Cluster, and it is amazing to have you all here with us tonight. Just a bit of housekeeping before we dive in. Restrooms are located outside of the auditorium, and the AED unit is directly across from the men's washroom. In the case of emergency, please proceed out of the doors that you came in and head towards the parking lot. On your written program is a QR code that you can use to find a full digital program with more information about our agenda, speakers, and sponsors, as well as the many outstanding nominated projects and teams from this year's awards. For those new to RTCC, and for those who might need a refresher, we bring together diverse perspectives and expertise of industry, academia, and government to advance the clean tech sector across our state. We serve as a connector and convener, facilitating meaningful relationships among individuals, organizations, and between members and opportunities to advance clean tech innovation and deployment. We serve as a strong voice for clean tech, amplifying our members' expertise and thought leadership, and serving as an expert resource on clean tech topics and opportunities. And we are dedicated to making sure that North Carolina has the workforce we need ready to meet our needs for a cleaner future. Within this larger clean tech context, our priorities are responsive to the needs and opportunities of our North Carolina ecosystem. We have 3 overlapping areas of focus that represent those strengths: clean energy systems, smart utility technologies, and clean transportation. On the subject of collaboration, we at RTCC do not do our work alone. We rely on our members and sponsors to do the work that we do. Today's celebration would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors. Thank you first to our platinum sponsor, PowerSecure. In a few moments, you'll hear from Andrew Wall, Senior Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer of PowerSecure. Thank you to SAS once again, our host sponsor, who allowed us all to gather here tonight at this beautiful facility. We are grateful for SAS's continued support of RTCC. Thank you to Hitachi Energy for being our gold sponsor this evening. And thank you to our wonderful silver sponsors: ABB, the Town of Cary, Circular Design Consultants, City of Durham, DG Matrix, Duke Energy, the HBCU Community Development Action Coalition, Industrial Reynolds American, and yes, Solar Solutions. We are honored to have so many RTCC leaders with us tonight. I'd like to ask all past and current RTCC board members to please rise and be acknowledged for the work you do for the organization. Thank you so much for your vision and dedication. We are also immensely grateful to our RTCC leadership members for their continued support. Our members come from municipalities, academic institutions, nonprofits, startups, and industry. There are many members here in the room, and many of you whom we hope to count as members in the future. Thank you all very much for being here today. So with no further ado, we have a very exciting program for you tonight, including the announcement of our 2023 award winners, as well as 3 lightning talks throughout the evening. Designed to inform and hopefully inspire us a bit, these brief talks will tell the story of North Carolina, of how North Carolina has come to be a leader in clean tech, and lay out some ideas for our collective future. First, we'd like to kick things off tonight with our new video, celebrating the growth and success of the amazing companies and people, like all of you here today, that have helped make North Carolina the clean tech leader it is today. Enjoy. Companies come to and stay in North Carolina because we have an existing community, a spirit of innovation, and a workforce that is second to none.
So calling the region of North Carolina home really gives us access to a high quality workforce and a great standard of living. You know, we knew we had something special here when we began our operations, and it really became something more when RTCC and us got together. Working with RTCC really keeps us connected with companies and startups doing work in the clean tech space. And it's everything from microgrid control to energy monitoring and management to advanced material kind of work.
PowerSecure was started as a company to help Eastern North Carolina with additional sources of affordable, reliable, and resilient energy. And over the past 2 decades, PowerSecure has grown tremendously. As of today, PowerSecure is the leading microgrid provider in the U.S. with over 2,500 distributed energy solutions deployed, representing an 85% share of the U.S. market. We particularly appreciate the balanced view of clean tech in the region when considering the intersection of academia, government, and industry that RTCC brings together.
Itron's latest technology innovation, distributed intelligence, was born right here in the Triangle. We have a world-class distributed intelligence lab that we bring customers and utilities to from all over the world. The reason we put this lab here is because of the workforce we have in this area. Local universities, local industry, all of those allow us to attract the talent we need to continue to make these innovative technologies.
Our Research Triangle area, consisting of all the universities here and the Research Triangle Park, is really an example for the country when it comes to successful innovation and translation.
Our graduates leave here, go into industry, go into academia at other universities with the knowledge that they've developed here at NC State, at the other universities nearby. And they form startup companies as well, based upon the research that they did here.
People is our superpower. We have amazing people doing the work in the companies today and building the workforce of tomorrow. One of the things that is unique to North Carolina is the amazing integration of industry, academia, and government that RTCC identified and helped support here in the Triangle, and it really is showing up statewide. Transformation through collaboration is our tagline, and it's the way we do business. We love to create opportunities for people to connect and to find ways to collaborate, to do more together than they can do alone.
Wow, what an exciting and inspiring video. It's great to be among some of the amazing people driving clean tech innovation in the Research Triangle region and across North Carolina. For those I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Emmit Owens, and I am the Senior Manager of Membership Engagement for the Research Triangle Clean Tech Cluster. It's exciting to see so many familiar faces here this evening. Over the past 11 years, RTCC has been fortunate to work on behalf of our incredible members who have helped shape the clean tech economy here in the Research Triangle, in our state, and beyond. One of the most important concepts RTCC has leveraged since its inception, and which is going to be a key theme here this evening, is the triple helix model of innovation and collaboration. Simply put, the triple helix model brings together businesses, governments, and academic institutions to help transform and accelerate growth in a targeted sector. The triple helix model has been crucial for growing North Carolina's clean tech sector and delivering value to RTC's members, large and small. Our team focuses on 3 strategic priority areas to generate distinct advantages for our members. RTCC's focus on business development and collaboration enables us to facilitate relationships among the triple helix stakeholders to accelerate the deployment of clean technology. Tonight is a great example of one way in which RTCC makes those strategic connections. By bringing you all together here, we can identify and make connections based on the conversations we've had with you all, our members. This connectivity fast-tracks the pace of innovation and helps RTCC drive tangible value to the entire ecosystem. Through our innovation-centered work, we partner with organizations of all sizes, from startups to entrepreneurs within established companies, accelerating the development and deployment of new technologies and the facilitation of new collaborations. Our annual Entrepreneurship Energizer and our partnerships with entrepreneurial support organizations are examples of ways we bolster clean tech innovation. And last, but certainly not least, is RTCC's emphasis on education and talent, which allows us to educate stakeholders about the significance of clean tech in our communities. We also facilitate direct connections between employers and the state's skilled workforce. Our programs, such as the Cleantech Catalyst Networking Series and our Cleantech Spotlight Series, help us generate multiple value propositions, increasing visibility, educating stakeholders, and creating organic opportunities for you all to make connections. Directly related to our education and talent focus are 2 action committees which allow us to strengthen the Cleantech ecosystem and to connect the work of our members to our work at RTCC. Our communications and talent action committees provide guidance to RTCC around our programming and talent efforts. These committees also create professional development opportunities for our members and your employees, and they directly connect committee members to resources and aid members in tracking some of the larger market trends that are taking place. These committees help us better leverage the triple helix model and help us achieve true transformation through collaboration. So what does this all mean for you? It means if your organization is not yet a member of RTCC, we want to have you join. If you're a member of RTCC, we want to make sure you receive value from us, because a stronger Cleantech cluster helps you find new business opportunities and provides positive impact for both you and the broader community. As Deb indicated in the video, we want to find ways to connect and collaborate. Connecting and collaborating enables the Cleantech sector to do more together than we could each do on our own. We look forward to strengthening the Cleantech sector with each of you, and we'll do some of that here tonight. This year, we're really excited to have one of RTCC's founding board members, PowerSecure, as our platinum sponsor. As we saw in our video, PowerSecure's incredible growth right here in North Carolina has allowed the company to become the distributed energy microgrid and microgrid market leader. Tonight, it is my privilege to introduce Andrew Wall, PowerSecure's Senior Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer, as well as an RTCC board member.
Wow, full house tonight. Good early evening. It is a pleasure to be with you this evening to celebrate the great clean tech innovation and developments taking place across North Carolina. PowerSecure is immensely proud to be a sponsor and supporter of this event, which celebrates excellence and innovation in our industry from right here in our great state. As a past winner ourselves and partner on projects that have won Clean Tech Innovation Awards, I can attest to the hard work, innovation, and passion involved in developing and deploying these award-winning projects. Please join me in congratulating the nominees, finalists, and winners. For those who might not be familiar with PowerSecure, we are headquartered in Durham, right here in the Research Triangle Park, and we are the nation's leading distributed energy innovation company. Over the past 23 years, we have installed, monitored, managed, and serviced over 2.1 gigawatts of microgrid capacity at over 2,500 locations across the U.S. In addition, we have deployed nearly 1 billion of energy efficiency upgrades across government, universities, and schools, and general industrial buildings. To put that into context, PowerSecure is responsible for 85% of the U.S. market share of microgrids that can generate power at all times. We call it always available, regardless of circumstances or conditions. For our customers, reliable and resilient energy is key to how they deliver for the people they serve. At the heart of our organization is the commitment to enabling energy users and producers to achieve energy security while also reaching their sustainability goals. Today's businesses need more when it comes to energy. They need greater efficiency and cleaner options. They need infrastructure that is reliable and resilient in the face of increased demand. Most of all, they need future-forward energy solutions that keep them up and running no matter what comes. Our company greatly benefits from being located in the Research Triangle, an area known for its vibrant innovation ecosystem. This location provides us with a competitive advantage by offering proximity to world-class universities, research institutions, and thriving businesses. It also provides our business with access to a diverse talent pool. The Research Triangle is a hub for talent across various fields, for example, engineering, manufacturing, and trades. And access to a diverse talent pool allows us to tap into a wide range of expertise, ensuring that we have the right people with the right skills to drive our business forward. Being in the Triangle means we're not just connected to talent, but also to an amazing network of businesses, academia, and government. This interconnected ecosystem naturally facilitates collaboration, partnerships, and knowledge sharing. I would be remiss if I didn't touch on the value and benefits PowerSecure receives as a proud founding board member of RTCC. Companies, including PowerSecure, within the cluster's footprint gain access to a community of innovators, researchers, and startups focused on clean tech solutions. Through RTCC, we celebrate the collective efforts driving our state's leadership in clean technology and its role in shaping a greener, more sustainable future. Over the past decade, RTCC has helped PowerSecure stay abreast of what is happening in the clean tech and make connections to stakeholders which have proven valuable to our organization. We all know that this industry is evolving at an exponentially rapid pace. The urgency of addressing sustainability challenges has accelerated the pace of innovation and investment in clean tech solutions. RTCC plays a pivotal role in fostering knowledge exchange and propelling clean tech leadership, creating a powerful engine of progress within the industry. Not only is RTCC keeping us informed, but they're also bringing our organizations together. Over the past decade, RTCC has been a vital link for PowerSecure to the ever-evolving world of clean tech, facilitating invaluable connections to stakeholders and keeping us well informed about industry developments. When we have a success to share, RTCC serves as a remarkable platform that amplifies our achievements across the state. RTCC offers PowerSecure and fellow members an invaluable stage to showcase our thought leadership and successes, further enhancing our collective impact on the clean tech landscape. As we continue to work together, share knowledge, and support one another, the future of clean tech in our region and beyond looks brighter than ever. With RTCC as our catalyst, we are poised to meet the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow. In closing, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all attendees for joining us today, and I would like to congratulate all the nominees for their outstanding contributions. Thank you for being a part of this exciting journey, and we can't wait to celebrate the remarkable achievements of our winners. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much for those remarks, Andrew. It is great to see PowerSecure's success here in North Carolina. Now it's time to honor our winners and celebrate the first of our 2023 Cleantech Innovation Award nominees and winners. Let me begin by expressing our appreciation for the thoughtful work our awards committee did in selecting this year's slate of award nominees. Comprised of leaders and executives from the cleantech industry, academic and public sectors, the committee considered multiple criteria in each category to determine our winners and finalists. We would also like to thank our nominators for submitting a fantastic group of nominees. Our nominees highlight the great work being done to deploy cleantech across North Carolina over the past year. And last, but certainly not least, thank you to our many award nominees for the great work you all are doing. From developing novel technologies to leveraging unique business models to implement clean tech solutions, this group of nominees had it all. As we recognize winners, I invite you to join us on stage using the stairs to the left to accept the award and take a quick photo with Deb towards the middle of the stage. And we'd like you to exit down this the wall on your right. Our first award recognizes an individual or team from industry or within an institution of higher education that is pursuing a research-based solution to a pressing clean tech challenge. North Carolina has a unique concentration of universities, colleges, and research initiatives that are driving innovation in the clean tech industry, which is why it is no surprise that we received 7 strong nominations in this category from institutions across the state, including the Coastal Studies Institute, the Freedom System Center, North Carolina State, Perotech, and UNC Chapel Hill. There is so much to celebrate in our research community. Finalists for the Research Innovation Award include Dr. Aram Asmanian from North Carolina State University, who has helped develop an advanced robotic system that will accelerate the process of solar energy research. And Dr. Winsong Yu from the Freedom System Center at NC State, whose inventions helped launch the startup's NC Solar Inverters. They are creating ultra-reliable, highly efficient, and low-cost inverters that can be applied to EV chargers, energy storage, and hydrogen generators. The winner of the Cleantech Research Innovation Award is Dr. Mike Mulia. As I share the details, I invite Dr. Mulia to join us on stage to accept their award. Dr. Mike Mulia is the Assistant Director for Science and Research for the North Carolina Renewable Ocean Energy Program. He has been instrumental in advancing marine energy research and development solutions to power North Carolina's blue economy, including advancing underwater energy harvesting kites and wave power water desalination systems. Congratulations to Dr. Mike Mulia and the Coastal Studies Institute. Our next award recognizes an individual that has demonstrated the potential to disrupt traditional industries, create a cleaner planet, and improve the quality of life for people here in North Carolina or around the world. We are rich with entrepreneurial talent here in North Carolina, and our timing could not be better for this award as we celebrate Global Entrepreneurship Week. RTCC offers an entrepreneurial membership level, which includes noteworthy entrepreneurs working in various sectors of clean tech. Focused on water, Nala Membranes is pioneering a scalable manufacturing process for membranes addressing biofouling and reverse osmosis systems. Focused on highlighting the importance of renewable energy through its innovative structures is Spotlight Solar, working to accelerate the adoption of solar energy by making it more visible and attractive. And finally, focused on developing clean tech hardware, DG Matrix, led by Harun Anam, is developing innovative compact EV chargers and all-in-one microgrid systems through clean, secure, and reliable power. And among a highly talented group of nominees, RTCC is honored to award the 2023 Cleantech Entrepreneur Award to John Crawford. As I share the details, I invite John to join us on stage. John Crawford is a co-founder and CTO of Industrial, the Raleigh-based energy-intensive platform, which is reshaping how industrial companies think about energy management. John's approach recommends specific actions for a facility in real time, complete with instant saving estimates and the ability to automate optimal actions. This framework has proven to save companies millions, all while lowering carbon emissions. Congratulations to John Crawford and Industrial. Next up, we have the Equity in Clean Tech Award. This award recognizes an organization or initiative that has demonstrated a strong commitment to equity in the implementation of a clean tech project. We have 2 strong finalists in this category, including the HBCU Community Development Action Coalition's Clean Energy Initiative, which provides free solar to homeowners in low to moderate income communities of Greensboro and Winston-Salem. And our 2023 winner of the Equity in Cleantech Award, the City of Durham's Bull E-Bike Pilot. As I invite Imani Johnson, Hannah Reynolds, Emma Vanilla Brusher to accept the award on stage. The Bull E-Bike Pilot was an equity-based e-bike share program designed by and for transportation disadvantaged and low-income workers of downtown Durham. The pilot was the first e-bike share program addressing the transportation needs of shift workers. This program worked to foster independence among workers significantly impacted by transportation disadvantages and other societal inequities, using e-bikes as a reliable and sustainable way to travel across Durham. Congratulations to the City of Durham. Congratulations. We are now excited to recognize some forward-thinking local governments taking on innovative projects that will change the way we live our everyday lives. This award recognizes a local government which has effectively leveraged resources and partnerships to complete an innovative project or initiative deploying clean tech solutions to create positive impacts for the environment, economy, and residents. Our nominees include projects from the Town of Cary, the City of Durham, and the Central Pines Regional Council. Finalists include the Town of Cary Utilities Energy and Greenhouse Gas Inventory Audit, which enables the town to make better informed operational investments and meet ambitious emission reduction goals. And the winner of our 2023 Cleantech Impact Local Government Award is Solarize the Triangle. I invite Emily Barrett, Don Moreland, and Stu Miller to accept the award on stage. Solarize the Triangle is a regional community-based group purchasing program for solar energy, battery storage, and other clean energy technologies. The program helps homeowners, businesses, and nonprofits become more resilient, reduce energy expenses, and save on the cost of renewable energy systems. The initiative brings together 12 municipalities, demonstrating the power of collaboration in pursuing clean energy goals. And they just hit 1 megawatt of solar energy added to the grid. Thank you so much to Solarize the Triangle.
I am thrilled to introduce our first speaker tonight. In February 2021, Governor Cooper appointed Secretary Machelle Baker Sanders to lead the North Carolina Department of Commerce, enlisting her experience as former administration secretary, strong background as a business leader, and her extensive knowledge of what it takes to build a globally competitive workforce. Secretary Sanders' vision for North Carolina's post-pandemic economic restoration is to work with partners to attract better paying jobs, support small businesses, and stimulate our state's innovation and entrepreneurial economy. Her bold and purposeful leadership aims to ensure North Carolina's diverse state is an inclusive one that works for all people. We are honored to have Secretary Machelle Baker Sanders here representing the government portion of our Triple Helix. She will share her insights about clean tech foundations here in North Carolina and how these laid the groundwork for our state's emergence as a clean tech leader. Please join me in the great honor of welcoming Secretary Machelle Baker Sanders to the stage. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here tonight for this wonderful celebration. And thank you, Deb, for that introduction and your meaningful work that you do, as well as the Research Triangle Clean Tech Cluster. The Clean Tech Cluster has been a great partner to North Carolina Department of Commerce. And I know that the Commerce team agrees. I have a couple members, I think, team members here. Our Assistant Secretary of Clean Energy, Jennifer Mont is here, and also our Executive Director of North Carolina Board of Science, Technology, and Innovation, John Hardin, is here. Oh, I see they popped their hands up. Thank you. It's wonderful to be here and to join everyone. And I know that we have representatives here spanning many sectors across our state. Of course, we're here to celebrate one of our strengths and the accomplishments of the clean tech sector across North Carolina. And many people in this room are helping to move us forward towards a cleaner and more prosperous future for all the residents of the state. I'm excited about the opportunity to talk about the importance of our clean tech foundations here in North Carolina and what has and hopefully will continue to make us strong and position us as a leader in the clean tech space. Now, North Carolina, I believe, has become a clean tech destination. Would you guys agree with all the news we've recently had? Yeah, I think so too. North Carolina has a long and rich history of being the home of companies that advance hardware, software, analytics, technologies, and processes that ultimately improve the quality of life of people and also reduce the consumption of energy. Some of these early clean tech leaders in our state include companies like Westinghouse, Wolfspeed, and of course our host this evening, SAS. Thank you for having us here on your beautiful campus. Now, Westinghouse was an early investor in the region and chose Raleigh to locate the Westinghouse Electric Manufacturing Company in 1954. And in 1989, ABB acquired the transmission and distribution business of Westinghouse, giving ABB a leading position in North America. Since then, ABB has been and continues to be a driver of the electrification for the world. North Carolina also has a history of supporting startups in our region, serving as the birthplace of what we now consider global companies. Companies like Wolfspeed, for example, was founded in 1987 in Durham, first under the name of Cree. And as a proud alumna of NC State University myself, I'm proud that 5 of the 6 founders were also graduates of North Carolina State University. Over the years, Wolfspeed has grown to be a leading developer and manufacturer of wideband gap semiconductors for applications such as transportation, power supplies, power inverters, and actually, I guess the semiconductor chips are in everything that we need, right? From a toaster to a coffee maker, including helping us with our national security. And more than 60% of critical component silicon carbide for the electrical vehicle chips are made where? Here in North Carolina. You guys know that, right? Here in North Carolina, and we're very proud of that. And SAS was founded in the late 1960s, and hopefully all of you know the great story there. SAS has developed general purpose statistical software packages known as Statistical Analysis System, and is a global, world-renowned organization, one of the largest privately held software companies in the world, and we're very proud of that. Now that just scratches the surface, of course, of a few. We have many others in North Carolina, many others in the park, but the state's success in clean tech goes well beyond the Research Triangle area. At the other end of the state, the clean tech corridor, we also know that there's a strong nuclear cluster in Charlotte, and in eastern North Carolina, it has become a powerhouse of renewable energy, placing us among the nation's top for solar. Additionally, the United States offshore wind industry and its supply chain represents an estimated 85,000 jobs, new family-sustaining jobs, and $140 billion in capital expenditures along the Atlantic coast by the year of 2035. And we are working towards positioning, and I believe we are well positioned, to be an integral part of that supply chain and to continue to lead in that space here in North Carolina. North Carolina is uniquely positioned to attract a significant portion of the capital expenditures and to bring and create those good family-sustaining jobs to our state. We continue to lead the nation in these types of economic opportunities because of our state's assets, our distinct advantages of the geography, our business climate, our manufacturing footprint that we have here in leadership, the educational networks, and most importantly, our people. Our talent is our greatest asset, and it's foundational to everything that we do. Now, the Cleantech, as you know, relies on North Carolina's natural resources as well. Our state is the world's top supplier of high-quality quartz. And in our state, we have lithium resources that are known for being some of the largest resources in the high-quality hard rock lithium deposits in the United States. The quality of life and the cost of living, the cost of doing business in North Carolina is unmatched and unbeatable. We have a relatively low cost of living, and I do acknowledge that price has gone up, but compared to many places around the globe, we have a relatively low cost with a supportive business ecosystem that comes with a high level of personal satisfaction. That, along with our state's collaborative partnerships, is really what has made our state 2 consecutive years the best state to do business in the nation. And I cannot leave again without underscoring and emphasizing what really sets us apart: our talent, our people, the #1 foundational asset. Commerce, along with the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina and other partners statewide, work together to prioritize aligning economic development with workforce development. And that's why our First in Talent plan, which is the state's strategic economic development plan, is grounded in our talent, our highly skilled, diverse talent across the state. In order to recruit new companies in North Carolina, we must continue investing in our workforce. And we have to continue investing in ways that we are aligning the business needs with those skills that people are developing and continuing to groom on. Our diverse, highly skilled talent is the #1 reason that companies come to North Carolina. And one of the most important foundational partners that is integral to the industry's growth and economic development is our top-rated education system and that network, which includes 3 top-tier research universities, 10 accredited historically Black colleges and universities, and 58 community colleges. Those 58 community colleges are within 30 miles of every resident in this state. And as you guys know, we have a growing population. We're the 9th most populous state and the 3rd fastest growing state in the nation. And we have well over 10.5 million residents in our state. North Carolina produces more STEM graduates than many places, and we produce more than 29,000 STEM graduates annually. Now, while we are the 2nd highest number, or have the 2nd highest number of historically Black colleges and universities in the country, we graduate the most students. North Carolina A&T University, which is America's largest historically Black college and university, is rated #1 in the nation and is recognized for more Black graduates in engineering, agricultural, journalism, and liberal arts than any other university. Our 58 community colleges, I cannot say enough about the value that they not only offer people, but the value that they offer our economy. An excellent education, and continue to partner with us on many economic development projects, and is really an asset not only to the businesses that are here, that move here, that are considering North Carolina, but an asset to our state. North Carolina's body of academic research, including global leadership in semiconductors and power electronics, has produced a number of successful partnerships. ABB, Fast Charger, and NC State. Advanced North Carolina Community College Consortium, supporting workforce development for advanced manufacturing of electric vehicles and batteries to advance clean transportation in North Carolina and beyond. We celebrated just recently our nation's Veterans Day last week and over the weekend, making sure that we're thanking them for their service. Now in North Carolina, we have roughly 20,000 highly skilled former military servicemen and women who transition into the workplace, into civilian workplaces each year, technically trained and ready to work, and can benefit the clean tech sector as well. We are committed to building upon North Carolina's labor force, and our labor force is well over 5 million people. Our engineering workforce has grown 18% over the past 5 years, leading the nation in engineering jobs. We have the largest manufacturing talent pool in the southeastern part of the United States. And together, we continue building on this to strengthen not only our clean tech workforce, but across sectors and meet the demands of industry. These strong foundations have led North Carolina to increase production in renewables for about nearly 52% from 2014 to 2019, double the average of all 50 states, with the largest wind farm in the southeastern United States. We have been named #1 in the Southeast for sustainability because of your work, because of technologies, because of the advancements here in North Carolina and the people by Site Selection magazine in 2022. And we are consolidating the EV supply chain with the largest utility EV investment in the Southeast. So North Carolina is well positioned to continue to grow in the clean tech sector and to continue to lead the nation, and I believe lead globally, not only in this space, but on many other fronts. But in order for us to do that, we're going to have to work together around this common purpose and good and align our resources. You know, I have to thank Governor Cooper for his leadership in advancing clean tech sector on behalf of the state and for supporting legislation and policies that lift up the industry and benefit our long-term well-being of our state and to help us in recruiting those good jobs to our state. Now, he was named 2021 Clean Tech Champion, and I'm sure he was named as that champion for a reason, for putting action behind the words and for demonstrating his commitment to protecting our natural resources here in North Carolina. The award recognizes extensive investments that the governor put forward. And he continues to put those forward through executive orders. Clean energy has been a theme. Climate change and the Climate Change Interagency Council. The development and the implementation of North Carolina Clean Energy Plan. And the North Carolina Towers Organization, or Task Force, which is focused on offshore wind generation and jobs in North Carolina, and being a part of that supply chain. And then signing the Bipartisan Energy Solutions for North Carolina bill into law, which is aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions and attracting more energy jobs and protecting families and combating climate change. So North Carolina is doing a lot of work. Our elected officials all are doing a lot of good work. And North Carolina will continue to be a leader in the clean energy and clean tech space, moving forward with our state's decarbonization goals. We have the people, we have companies here, we have the political will based on some of the things that I just stated, and we have the leadership to continue North Carolina's path towards a global clean tech leader. And we have each of you who can take actions individually and can surely be powerful in your stand for clean energy and the clean tech sector collectively. And that's what I think you're showing here tonight as we're all coming together. It will take all of us to create and to sustain the momentum that we've built, from our strong foundations of clean tech to carry on the higher levels of success and to truly lead the nation and lead the world to a better place, a better environment, better technology, and frankly, better way of living for all people around the globe. Together, I believe that we can do this. And I believe you believe we can do this. Though you're quiet right now and you're looking at me, you do believe it, right? I was going to say, don't leave me hanging up here believing. We all believe that we can do this. And we can accomplish great things in our future. The work has just begun. The results are just giving us a snapshot and a peek at what's possible here in North Carolina because of many people across our state like you. Many people across the state may be a little different, have different views about the work. But together, we can make a difference and can move our state forward. Because regardless of where we come from, regardless of our differences, we have a shared common goal, and that is to improve the overall quality of life and the economic well-being of all North Carolinians in this state. And it is also to secure our futures, not only for us, but for our children and our grandchildren, and for many generations to come. That's what legacy building is about. And that's what the clean tech sector is doing for our state, and is also doing nationally and globally. Thank you all for your work. I wish you all of the best. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Be well and be safe. Thank you.
Please join me again in thanking Secretary Baker Sanders for her great comments. As Secretary Sanders made clear, North Carolina has welcomed many important investments in the clean tech sector over the past several decades. Secretary Sanders will now join us in recognizing our Clean Tech Impact Economic Development awardees, celebrating a clean tech organization that has accelerated economic growth in the state this year. This has been a truly incredible year for clean tech economic development, including many investments in EV charging and battery storage represented by our honorable mentions, Alpatronic Americas, Atom Power, and FlexGen. Give these folks a round of applause for their work. And our winner, selected with the advisement of the RTCC Board of Directors and colleagues from across North Carolina is Kim Power. As I share the details, I invite Miracle King Wilson to join me on stage. Kim Power is a global designer and manufacturer of NEVI-compliant DC fast charging units. Earlier this year, Kim Power announced and began work to establish an EV charging station production facility in Durham. They expect to hire over 600 employees and bring $41 million of investment to the state. Kim Power was recently granted ETL certification, allowing them to officially begin producing and shipping complete charging stations from the new Durham facility. Congratulations to Kim Power. Our next award recognizes an organization or initiative that has made significant contribution to developing talent, providing professional development, or fostering employment opportunities that support the clean tech industry. To continue growing our clean tech ecosystem, we need to build a diverse and skilled workforce. Our 5 nominees, representing the full geography of our state, are doing just that. They include the Appalachian Energy Center's Workshop Series, Hitachi Energy's Power Plus program, and the Coastal Studies Institute's Engagement and Outreach programs. Our finalists include the North Carolina Clean Energy Technology Center's Clean Energy Training Program that has trained over 240 individuals in solar design, installation, maintenance, and management just in 2023 alone. And our winner is the EPA's RTP's Summer Science Institute. As I share details, I invite Kelly Witter to join me on stage and AJ Blackburn. EPA's Summer Science Institute is a free 5-day program that uses interactive activities, lab tours, job shadowing, and speed mentoring to expose local high school students to current and emerging environmental challenges, as well as career opportunities in a range of fields, including air, water, energy, transportation, climate, and sustainability. Please join me in congratulating RTP. Our next award recognizes a water, wastewater, or stormwater project that applies Cleantech solutions to create positive impacts for the environment, economy, and residents. We have 3 outstanding finalists in this category, including Wake County's One Water Plan, which ensures all residents of 12 municipalities in Wake County have equitable access to water through the coordination of water inquiry, development, and transportation planning. And Water Hub at the Reynolds Operations Center, designed to capture, treat, and reintroduce water for factory utilities, reducing the use of valuable drinking water at the facility by approximately 60 million gallons per year. Our 2023 Cleantech Impact Water winner is the City of Raleigh's Water Sewer Main Failure Prediction Analysis. As I share the details, I invite Erica Bailey, Alexander Justel to join me on stage to accept the award. Raleigh Water partnered with North Carolina State University's Advanced Analytics graduate students to create a predictive model using machine learning that allows Raleigh Water to pinpoint failing sewer gravity mains with 87% accuracy. Through this work, Raleigh Water is significantly reducing environmental impacts, becoming more efficient, and has proactively repaired more than 2,600 miles of pipe. Join me in congratulating the City of Raleigh. Next up, we have our award recognizes an energy project that applies clean tech to create positive impacts for the environment, economy, and residents. We have a very strong pool of nominations in this category, including Industrial's optimized module for real-time energy suggestions and SAS's real-time machine learning modeling for renewable energy system. The awards committee selected 3 finalists among the strong group, including 8 Rivers 8RH2, a technology that creates ultra-low carbon hydrogen at higher efficiencies and lower costs, all while capturing all the CO2 produced. This enables the decarbonization of heavy industries like shipping, transportation, and aviation at scale. And Array, North Carolina's first 100% net zero energy neighborhood with all homes meeting or exceeding the National Green Building Standards, being highly energy efficient and having active solar. And our 2023 winner of the Cleantech Impact Energy Award is Duke Energy's Hot Springs Microgrid. As I share details, I invite Neil Bagot and Gerald Wilson to join me on stage. Duke Energy's Hot Springs Microgrid features 2 megawatt of solar and 4.4 megawatt of lithium battery storage. It can disconnect from the main electric system to power Hot Springs as an island. This is the first microgrid approved by the North Carolina Utilities Commission and utilizes Wärtsilä's GEMS digital energy platform to control the solar and energy storage. Not only does the microgrid provide a safe, cost-effective, and reliable solution for the Hot Springs area, it provides energy and additional benefits for all customers. Congratulations to Duke Energy.
Thank you. It has truly been an amazing group of winners so far. I'm now thrilled to introduce our next speaker, Kevin Hernandez, who will share insights about North Carolina's clean tech growth and opportunities. Kevin Hernandez is partner with ScottMadden, where he specializes in grid modernization, electrification, and the clean energy transition. Since joining the firm in 2012, he has consulted with a variety of utility and industry clients on issues ranging from non-wires alternatives and DER integration to fleet electrification and EV infrastructure planning. Kevin earned his BA from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, an MA from the U.S. Navy War College, and his MBA from the Fuqua School of Business at Duke University. Go Devils. He is also a veteran of the United States Navy. Please join me in welcoming Kevin Hernandez to the stage.
All right, well, thank you, Deb. As Deb mentioned, I'm Kevin Hernandez, a partner at ScottMadden, where we work with companies across the country on integrating clean energy resources and really supporting the clean energy transition. Now, when I was first invited to do a lightning talk, I assumed that lightning was a reference to all of the revelatory insights that I was being invited to share with you today. But then I learned that lightning, what that really meant was taking 30 minutes of information and cramming that down to about 5 or 7 minutes of presentation. Don't worry, I'm a consultant. I'm an expert in taking 10 pounds of information and cramming it into a 5-pound sack. So with that, let's get started. So I'd like to begin by bringing your attention to a couple of the recent announcements that have been made in the state regarding Cleantech investments. And really, whether it's EV battery manufacturing, lithium production, EVs, EV charging, one thing has become clear. North Carolina has emerged as a leading state in the clean energy transition. Over the past months, North Carolina has been referred to as a Mecca, on the forefront, or as Governor Cooper's called it, the epicenter of the clean energy transition. One thing is clear, and that is that North Carolina is leading this movement. In fact, the level of investment that we're seeing is really unparalleled in its scope and scale. By our analysis, looking at IIJA funding and IRA funding, between the years 2022 and 2027, we could expect to see up to $80 billion per year of investment in clean energy. $80 billion per year. But even preceding the massive spending that's happening at the federal level, North Carolina has been at the forefront of this for many years. And in fact, between 2007 and 2022, over $31 billion of investment has flowed into the state. Now, there's no doubt that there are tailwinds supporting the industry right now, tremendous tailwinds. But that's not to say there are not any headwinds remaining. In fact, I think much of the progress that we're seeing today has the potential to be undone or unfulfilled if we don't reach out and meet those headwinds together. And so I'd like to spend a little bit of time sharing some of those thoughts with you. The first challenge we're seeing is around the issue of interconnection. Now, most of you are probably aware that North Carolina is the 4th largest state in the country in terms of installed solar capacity. But as you can see here on the graph behind me, interconnection queues have simply exploded. And it's not just in North Carolina, but nationwide. In the Southeast, interconnection queues have reached 172%, have grown 172%, just over the last 10 years. At the national level, that is over 500%. The reason for this, as many of you are probably aware, is due to the complex nature of modeling and planning the impact of distributed energy resources, clean energy resources, on the grid. But where there's a silver lining and a real opportunity, particularly for those of you here, is on things we can do to innovate in this area to make that process more simple. Things like advanced data analytics, more grid devices and sensors on the system, producing more data, allowing the planners to integrate DER and other clean renewables onto the grid simpler and faster. The next challenge is around electrification. You may say, electrification, wait a minute. That's going great, and it is. It's tremendous. In fact, just a few years ago, I remember when you talked about beneficial electrification in some circles, you'd be met with kind of those funny glances and some giggles, right? Beneficial electrification, really? But beneficial electrification has emerged at one of those areas that is really transformative in terms of electrifying heating, buildings, transportation, industry. It's a real pathway for us to decarbonize. In fact, in North Carolina, in just the last 3 years, we've seen tremendous growth in electrification. EV sales have grown 252%. Plugs, EV charging plugs have grown 212% in just 3 years. But as we meet more and more of our energy needs from the electric grid, the reliability of that grid becomes tremendously important. The North American Electric Reliability Corporation just recently put out a report that said most of the country, a large part of the country, stands to lose power or suffer from blackout conditions in extreme winter weather. Now, as we put more and more customers onto the electric grid for their transportation needs, their heating needs, their lighting, but also for their information needs and other critical needs, what does that say about the investments that we need to make into the system? Over the next few years, we will have to make tremendous investments into the energy infrastructure and the grid in order to realize all of the opportunities that the clean energy transformation has for us. Which brings me to my last point. Equity has to be at the center of all of this. I was at an industry event in the spring where a CEO of one of the large California utilities made a comment. She said, affordability is equity. She's exactly right. As I've already mentioned, the amount of investment that we're going to have to put into the grid is going to be tremendous. However, who pays for these investments and how stands not only to make or break the transition to clean energy, but also has the potential to greatly exacerbate or alleviate the inequities that are in the current system. As you can see in the chart, those who are least able to afford energy today are the ones that have the highest energy burden. The investments we make into the clean energy economy have the potential to change that. So I'll leave you with a graphic that I'm fairly fond of, which raises the question, how do we balance the need for clean energy and reliable energy and affordable energy? The answer to that question, fundamentally, will be what determines whether or not we have been successful in making this transition. I think we will be. I know you all think we will be as well, or you wouldn't be here today. When we have answered that question, I believe that we will be well on our way to the clean energy future that we all aspire to. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much for those great insights, Kevin. It's clear North Carolina is in the driver's seat of the clean energy transition. Our next award spotlights the work occurring to decarbonize the transportation sector. Transportation is the largest contributor to carbon emissions in North Carolina, and both state policymakers and RTCC have made clean transportation a priority. This award recognizes a transportation or mobility project that uses innovative cleantech solutions to create positive impacts for the environment, economy, and residents. We are thrilled to celebrate the nominations for this award as they represent the triple helix model with academic institutions, governments, and industry leaders all being represented. Together, these nominees and our finalists highlight the range and strength of clean transportation initiatives here in our state. Finalists include the Town of Cary's Connected Autonomous Shuttle Program, CASI, which showcased the potential of clean autonomous transit for North Carolina and beyond. and the Southeast Electric Transportation Regional Initiative, which is aggregating and increasing the visibility of transportation electrification opportunities in the Southeast, including active funding sources, research opportunities, events, and initiatives. And this year's winner of the Cleantech Impact Transportation Award, the Electric Transport Refrigeration Unit Pilot. As I share information about this project, I invite Jim Wojcik to join us on stage to accept this award. This project is a true example of collaboration. Holler & Green, the largest fresh cabbage operation in the United States, partnered with Surrey Yatkin Electric Membership Corporation and the North Carolina Electric Cooperatives to implement an electric transport refrigeration unit pilot project. The project supplies electric power for refrigeration units which typically leverage fossil fuels, thereby reducing emissions, lowering fuel costs, and decreasing maintenance needs for Holler & Green. Please join me in congratulating Holler & Green, Surrey Yatkin Electric Membership Corp, and the NC Electric Co-ops. Our Diversity in Cleantech Award recognizes an organization or initiative that has made significant contributions to ensuring the cleantech workforce reflects the people it serves, pursues organizational approaches that are inclusive of a wide range of backgrounds and perspectives, or actively supports employees' sense of belonging within the organization. We have 3 incredible finalists, including Hitachi Energy's North America Empower Network for Employee Resource Groups, a voluntary group of employees aiming to foster a diverse, equitable, and inclusive workplace while providing an opportunity for development, networking, and allyship. And the City of Raleigh's Partnership Raleigh Community Climate and Conservation Intern Programs, which offer career exploration and employment opportunities to underrepresented young adults. Our 2023 Diversity in Cleantech winner is the NC Clean Energy Technology Center's Building Pandemic Resilience in Native American Communities. As I share details, I invite Allison Carr, Brittany Santor, Samantha Gibson, and Rogelio Sullivan to join me on stage to accept the award. In partnership with Power America, North Carolina Clean Energy Technology Center recruits and trains participants in solar energy training courses to meet the needs of Native American communities and better prepare for future disasters and emergencies, such as the COVID-19 pandemic. Over the last year, NCC-ETC has engaged with minority-serving institutions and other partners to enroll participants in the fundamentals of solar and solar storage courses to provide technical training to students across North America. Please join me in congratulating the NC Clean Energy Technology Center and Power America. Our last award of this evening recognizes an individual who exemplifies a deep commitment to advancing cleantech industry in their local community, the Research Triangle region, and statewide. I am honored to present this year's Cleantech Champion Award to Jen Weiss. As I share details, invite her up. Jen Weiss has long envisioned the role a green bank could play for the state's cleantech economy. This vision was realized by founding the North Carolina Clean Energy Fund to bring investments in clean, efficient energy and transportation projects with a focus on underserved communities. Her skills include bringing together stakeholders, partners, and diverse voices to nurture collaboration across the NC Cleantech ecosystem, such as her support for the Women in Clean Energy Weiss program. Thank you so much, Jen. Really appreciate it. Congratulations.
Congratulations again to Jen Weiss, an amazing colleague and leader, and to all of our amazing nominees, finalists, and winners tonight. Can you join me in giving them all another round of applause? Thank you also to our wonderful guest speakers, Secretary Machelle Baker-Sanders and Kevin Hernandez, for sharing their insights about the foundations and opportunities in North Carolina's clean tech sector. The commitment and accomplishments of our honorees tonight reinforce a key theme that started with our video earlier and then we heard throughout the evening: the incredible power of our people to advance clean tech in our state and beyond. This is reinforced by all of you here tonight and our many colleagues doing this work. Together, we're building the clean tech sector of today and imagining what's possible tomorrow. Over the next few minutes, I ask you to join me in that imagining, to think about how we might create and realize a cleaner future through collaboration. We've heard about some major investments and remarkable projects moving us forward. We're making progress toward necessarily ambitious goals by using data in new ways to drive efficiencies in resource use and reduce costs, decarbonizing our economy, and increasing access to clean water and clean energy. I would like to close this program tonight by talking about how we can maximize our chances of reaching these goals. My main message is that it will take all of us coming together to make this possible. I did not realize how well Secretary Baker-Sanders would be setting me up for this. For those who know me well, it won't surprise you to learn that it was RTCC's tagline, "Transformation through Collaboration," that drew me in. A social science researcher and practitioner by training, I've long been fascinated by what people and organizations can do when they come together. Whether focused on trying to understand how resource management decisions are made in rural communities of Southern Africa, understanding how organizations engage and support each other's work in the San Francisco Bay Area, or right here, thinking deeply about how we can collectively advance our clean tech sector in North Carolina. I bring with me the belief that it is our work together that can lead to true transformation. Of course, there are plenty of cliches around this. The whole is greater than the sum of the parts and so on. For me, though, this isn't just an idea or a cliche, it's science. I could talk to you about this for hours, but I won't, because I know that I stand between you and the lovely reception outside and the amazing conversations that you started earlier this evening. So I will just focus on a few key parts. First, study after study shows that while groups of people with similar backgrounds can often make easy decisions quickly, innovation comes from bringing diverse perspectives to the table and doing the hard work of listening and learning from each other to develop ideas and solutions that would not have been able to be imagined otherwise. It follows then that to foster the innovation we need in the clean tech sector, we must prioritize thoughtful and active engagement with stakeholders representing a range of backgrounds and perspectives. This can be challenging to do. Our established systems weren't necessarily built with these ideas in mind, and as I said earlier, other ways can be quicker and maybe less demanding. But the research, and in fact my own and probably many of your own experiences, lead me to believe that this hard work yields the innovation dividends we will need to reach the ambitious goals we have set. This is a foundational concept behind our triple helix model that Emmit mentioned earlier in the evening. We know that great value is gained when we bring together the strengths and perspectives of industry, academia, and government to foster innovation and economic development. We didn't invent this model. It came from the work of Henry Etzkowitz and Loet Leidesdorf in the 1990s. I got it. But we use it because it works. Triple helix collaboration has led to clean tech innovation around the world, from the Danish-Swedish cross-border region to the greater Moscow region to the Great Barrier Reef. We see it right here. In our video, Ken Delaney pointed out the strong connection between academic research and startups coming from the Freedom Systems Center at NC State. In addition, our model helps industry and academia understand the needs of government entities and, importantly, allows them all to better leverage available funding so that new clean technologies can not only be created but deployed in our communities. The cross-communication facilitated by the triple helix model allows us to better understand the strengths, needs, and perspectives of each thread of the helix and think strategically about how to support both those important parts and the whole of our clean tech ecosystem. Speaking of the whole, I offer this figure from my own postdoctoral research. You don't need to know the details. I'll give you the main idea. This study looked at a different ecosystem, but the goal is highly relevant: to understand how different organizations and the individuals within them work together to support each other in achieving their missions. From 250 interviewed organizations, we learned that the ecosystem, that as they defined it, actually was comprised of over 950 organizations, strongly supporting the work of that ecosystem. Just take a moment for that. That ecosystem was nearly 4 times bigger than we expected it to be. This expanded our views of who we should engage and how important it is to extend our outreach and engagement beyond the usual suspects to do our very best work. There's a lot of talk in our field about how the clean energy transition will take all of us, all functions and skill sets, finance, HR, and even some social scientists, for example, not just our critical engineers and manufacturers. I ask you to extend that notion of everyone even further. Those doing work to support economic development, community engagement, health and human services, education, and so on. Let's think strategically about how we can engage new audiences and new partners to transform the very way we work. We at RTCC are committed to the work of connecting and convening our ecosystem members, knowing that there are already many consortia, projects, and partnerships that foster strong ties among their own members. Secretary Sanders mentioned Advance NC, the workforce development collaboration that spans 18 counties, 10 community colleges, universities, and multiple workforce boards, developing a robust talent pipeline to support the unprecedented economic growth that we heard about tonight. These subgroups are each essential, and I believe have a greater chance of success if they are better connected to each other. Our cluster at RTCC brings together multiple networks within and across academia, industry, and government to strengthen existing ties and build new bridges for innovation. I will close this evening's program with a few summary thoughts. First, we are excited to work together and would love to count you as part of our network. As you've heard, we would love to ask you to become a member of RTCC if you're not already. And I ask you, as we move to our networking reception, to think about the themes of collaboration that have been shared tonight. I challenge you to explore where a new collaboration might be possible. Look beyond your own usual suspects. Who in this room might lead you to a new way of thinking, a new technological advancement, a better tomorrow? Thank you.